In this video, I'm going to show you a slicing software that can be used for designing and for slicing and saving you some valuable time. Coming up on Zachary's 3D Prints. Hello, this is Zachary from Zachary 3D Prints. On this channel you find everything you want to know about 3D printing. Tips, tricks, tutorials, how-to, review, news, you name it. I try to cover as many as possible about 3D printing. And hey, thank you that you are here on this video. Like I mentioned in the intro, today we are going to take a look to a different kind of slicing software. Maybe you're known with Cura and also Prusa Slicer or Slicer itself or Simplified 3D. You got many different kind of slicing software, but this one where I'm going to talk about today is MatterControl from Matterhackers. It's a slicing software that can do both. You can use it for slicing just like Cura or Prusa Slicer or other slicing software, but at the other hand you can also use it to design your own things, like in TinkerCAD. I'm not going to compare it with Fusion 360 or other 3D CAD software, but I think for the basic principles you can make some awesome designs. So let's continue with the software part. Well, you can find the download link in the description of this video. If you click on it, you will get to the site matterhackers.com, and there you can download the right file for your computer. In my case, I did download the version for my Mac, and after the installation you will get a little tour how everything works, the library in this case, and you can also find the print. If you have your printer directly installed or directly attached to the software, you can directly print it. You can also have the few options here, also the tumbling cube as MatterControl will call it, and also the application menu. There you find everything else you need to have, and then you can also sign in if you have a Matterhackers account. And of course, if you don't like the black theme, you can change in the right down corner, you can change the theme color. Now this is your building plate. Before we are going to continue, of course, we need to add a printer. For that we are going to hardware, then you are going to click on printers, and there we got a whole list with preset printers. You can use the search bar, but you can also go directly to your printer brand. In my case, it's the Creality Ender 3. In this example, I put Pro behind the name, so I know it is my printer. The setup wizard asks you to unplug your 3D printer and then plug it in again, so that the printer can continue with the setup. In my case, I declined it because I don't find it needed in this tutorial. With your mouse button you can move the building plate around. Of course, it can happen that it is going to turn more and more, and after a while you want to reset it. Click on the house button for home position, and there you have it. You can also use the top, but you better use the home button function. Now everything is reset and you can start using it. And as you see, my Creality Ender 3 Pro is added as a plate. You can remove it if you want. But first, we are going to add a model to the building plate. We follow a normal procedure by opening the folder, then select one of your models, in this case the Benji. I'm going to my folder with all models in it, and then I will select the file for the Benji. And there you have it. It's now on the building plate. Just put it on the middle so that we know for sure that it is not off center. So now it's time to start slicing. After you pressed the slice button, you will get a little dialog screen which tells the progress of the slicing. When you didn't change anything, you will get the standard settings. And if you don't see anything, just move the slider on the right side to reveal your 3D printed model. Well, digital in this case. So on the right side you will find a whole bunch of information in the Details tab. If you click it open, you will find everything you want to know. The printing time, the filament uses, and other information you will also find in different kind of other slicers. On the right top corner you will find the hot end temperature, in this case 210 degrees, and next to it we have the heat bed temperature, in this case it's 60 degrees. In the first step you will find the slice settings. In this case I used standard, and you can change it in which kind of setting you want to have. On the right side next to it you will also find your PLA or different other kind of filament settings. So in the tab General you find the general settings, you find layers, and you find also infill. So then we are going to tab speed. There you find everything you need for your printing speed. You also have there a little section of coding. Then we go to tab adhesion. Here you find everything from skirt, raft or brim. So, and then you also have there some supports settings, and next to it your filament settings. Everything you want to fill in there you can change or adapt whatever you like to do. Advanced, and then also retraction you can find in there as well. And then we have, like we mentioned earlier, the details on the end. Well, when we are all done with this, we can export it. We press print. So if you didn't connect a 3D printer to your MatterControl, no problem, just press on print, export, and then change the name into whatever you like and save it on your SD card. Once that is done, you can clear the building plate and you are good to go. So you can use MatterControl for slicing, but you can also use it for making some own designs. The own designs that you are making are similar with TinkerCAD. So you use some basic shapes like cubes, like circles, like rounds, like balls, different kind of forms and shapes. And those shapes you can modify to make your own kind of design. If you are very handy within TinkerCAD, then this MatterControl is very easily to use as well. I I had to make a nameplate a very long time, and I designed this nameplate within an hour or so. Well, I started with the basic shape from a cube, I expanded, I made it flat, and then I did also some letters on it, some font, two different kind of fonts, and also numbers, and I designed this 3D printer all with normal cubes. Stretch it, make it a little bit different, and then you get this 3D printer out of it. It's that simple. So, and this is the result. From my industry, sliced with MatterControl. And as you can see, it's printed at 0.2 layer height. The overhangs, they look fabulous, they look fantastic. Also the bridging here, at the bridge, you don't see any bridging. It's perfectly, no hangings. Also the round gap here, you also see nothing. Just a little string here, but everything looks fine. Smooth, no problems. I was watching it. This was the first print sliced with MatterControl, and the result, wow, amazing. So, and this is the nameplate. I printed this. Sometimes you have to make sure that when you are going to print something with text, that it is big enough to print pretty well. Other than that, it looks quite amazing for a first time designing something in MatterControl. So to wrap up this video, MatterControl is a nice piece of software which you can use for designing in basic shapes, just like TinkerCAD, but then in a slicing software. And on the other hand, you can use the slicer feature within MatterControl. I added my 3D printer from out of the list MatterControl already suggested me. You have different kind of brands and different kind of models. I renamed mine to Ender 3 Pro because it's the Ender 3 Pro that I have here. Further than that, I didn't change anything at all. The temperature was 210, the heat bed was 60, everything I left it as it was, and my print turned out great. Both prints turned out very nicely. So that being said, MatterControl, nice software to use. If you made it this far, thank you. You are awesome. Hey, thanks for watching. Please like this video, subscribe to Zachary 3D Prints, and in the end, you will find some other cool videos from this channel. And hey, let's make some fun with 3D printing. Zachary 3D Prints. Bye bye.